All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the Greenskin Gaming Saturday quadcast. This is the third session of our Saturday game, and we had it's quite the bloody session. I think we had blue flames pretty much everywhere. I think maybe only Africa and the New World were the peaceful places. So we'll start from I guess our Eurocentric west and move east, and then probably ignore the New World because who cares? So, first thing we see Portugal, who is going to bankrupt. That is the first thing that I see. So,
Did
Oh,
bankruptcy build?
uh,
no, he's in a very expensive war against Majapahit.
Oh, wait, is that war with Majapahit?
it's a
Could you have a
Majapahit
look
war.
at that?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, good thing I was not the only one who didn't notice that there's a war going on.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just
Um,
assumed that I don't reckon. Yeah, we don't play the Majapahit. This is like the first time we see them in a long time, so I'm not used
Wait,
to the
Portugal
flag.
attacked.
yeah, Portugal attacked. The thing is, Majapahit had a bit of a blunder. He had the nation of Ternate on Scottish. So Portugal, while the war with
Oh,
Majapahit was going on, was
Oh,
able to snag all the Spice Islands. Ugh.
so wait, what is the war with
that's
Majapahit?
so bad for Majapahit.
But Majapahit doesn't have a single zone.
Oh, wait, he put the. Huh.
So, yeah,
Look,
but I think, do we want to talk about Majapahit or do we want to start historically with Morocco? Uh,
Yeah,
but
uh,
yeah,
let's
I
come
think,
back to this. So I guess
yeah.
we can quickly go over it for those that remember from last session. Before we had Big Morocco. Now we
And England was in Iberia.
yeah, and
And
now we
yeah.
have how many Moroccos do we have? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven.
yeah,
Yes, he's going for
uh,
the record.
Yeah, better than Nibor from last time. So I think Morocco got. Yeah, I think it's probably pretty fair to say it was a gank. Italy and Portugal went in on him. So
Uh,
yeah, I was wondering if
did
this was just.
Sokoto too?
Mhm.
Like you can see Sokoto in southern Morocco, did he attack too?
I think he's probably just vulture. Like he's gotten the gold mine,
Yeah.
so I
oh,
guess
and
that's
the monument and cut to the coastline, yeah?
yeah. Snake to the coast.
And-
That's kind of weird, but I guess he's just saying this is mine.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe he goes to war with Italy over this because it's gonna be kind of hard for Italy to. Not really. Italy's gonna have all of North Africa soon. But
We need to remember that Sokoto is going colonial too, so like that's
Yeah.
pretty much just a fort front line.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah, so looking Portugal,
yeah.
colonial wise, only got he didn't even grow Caribbeans by a lot.
Yeah.
I think it.
I guess he was a bit busy.
Yeah, he's busy.
Yeah, and he can't
I
really
mean,
afford colonists right now.
yeah, maybe can strike some kind of deal with Italy to form Spain.
Yeah,
That sounds quite likely, honestly.
yeah, they're still
Uh,
allied up. I mean, he doesn't really have many of the provinces right now, but I mean, Italy's strong enough. I don't see why they can't just do that. And if you
yeah.
keep
Yeah.
get
Maybe
your
Portugal
Portugal,
has
I
to
mean,
pay
for
some
the
money.
time being, if he wants to play the naval game and try to contest Indonesia, Portuguese ideas might be the stronger pick because they have more in the terms of naval power.
Yeah,
But
but
I
as
think
long as
long
Majapahit
term,
isn't
Spain is
Malaya,
better.
as long as Majapahit is not Malaya, should be fine, and then he's better at land too.
Say that. But I would not bet on that.
yeah.
Which
Uh,
part?
I want to look at this war a bit now. Like, so
mm.
It's Portugal attacked, right?
Yep.
yeah.
For what?
Where's his boats? Does he not have? Did he lose naval? Okay, he's got.
No, he has naval dominance. He has 28 ships in the Spice Islands.
Those
Yeah,
are all
yeah.
transports.
These are transports. He's got his heavy fleet here, and this is the. Okay. I think Majapahit's been winning.
The naval
Mm,
parts,
Because
maybe.
it's 15 heavies, and this is inland sea, and he's
yeah.
got like 30 galleys almost plus 10
Yeah,
heavies.
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
So
Majapahit is winning on the waves then.
yeah, so
Mm.
I actually I'm like 80% sure these troops are just trapped here now.
Yeah.
Wait, does he control that province or?
No, that's his
No, he's sieging.
Scottish subject. That's the one that has all the cores on the Spice Islands.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So, I mean, this is pretty fun. This is kind of memey or whatever.
But it doesn't look like he can keep it now.
Yeah.
I mean, if he loses the war, like because I think Portugal cannot win it, and he will maybe even go bankrupt.
Oh no, he's
It just means if Majapahit has war score on him, Majapahit first has to spend a lot of war score on regaining the Spice Islands. So
No,
it
here's
means
actually a thing. Is Majapahit close to bankrupting?
no, not at all.
I
I don't think they have a single loan.
Really?
also
Which
yeah,
also suggests he could have gotten in harder. No, he has 2 loans.
well,
Sorry.
Okay, I'm
Okay,
curious,
nice.
like, because this is a lot of debt for what doesn't look like he's got 60k troops. He's not over force limit. I assume there
Yeah.
was mercs at some point, but they're not around anymore.
Maybe he took out loans to fight Morocco.
Yeah, so like, I assume some of the debt's left over from Morocco. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like we need Leo in to explain, but like this is kind of fun. But I mean,
I
he's not getting the
Don't
money
s-
out of here, right? So why?
yeah.
I don't.
I mean,
Like
the
the
production
Spice
income
Island thing
from
is really
cloths
good.
is good. Just the production income from those islands is amazing.
Uh,
But I don't think he can keep them. I don't see Leo winning this war, and if he loses the war, he will have to cede the Spice Islands.
All of them.
And
Yeah. I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like if he had colonized more of this, like South Africa, to have like as extra land, even though he's got half of Iberia, may finish his colony here, and England's dead, so North
Yeah.
America is pretty much free. He can,
at 6,
You can also think of it like it's like he could have gained a lot and he isn't actually losing too much. He's in a secure position, so even if he loses this war, he goes bankrupt and he's
Yeah.
out for 5 years, but otherwise he isn't worse off really.
yeah. I mean, he's not losing a lot. He loses time in the colonial game. That's the only thing
He has no real contestant for the
Yeah,
one
like,
the regions he wants.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna die if he goes or
Mm.
when he goes bankrupt or anything. But it just seems like it's a little bit wasted time opportunity. Like I'm curious how much of his debts from this. If this was just a hey, I see the opportunity, got it, and costing him just his troops, then it doesn't matter. I don't know where all the debt came from. I'm assuming
Yeah.
most of it Morocco, but then that
Yeah.
was like
Dude,
a while
I
ago.
know.
Because that was the Morocco War was like started 15 minutes in and ended like 30-40 minutes in.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we go to France?
Doesn't Italy make more sense?
Yeah.
Just pick one.
I'm going France. I got the driver's seat. So, Kazmak came to try and fix this dumpster fire, and I don't know if he succeeded. I mean, he's
Mm,
-3 stab. I'm not really sure how he got here. He said that
he was sitting at
He's
over
sitting at
100
Asta.
OE for a while. That was his issue.
Oh,
Because he couldn't release Liège.
Yeah.
okay.
Why
Could it-
couldn't he
just
have released Flanders instead?
Brabant, I think,
Yeah,
would be
Brabant.
better. Brabant and then feed Brussels and loan to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he couldn't
I know,
release.
yeah, I know why
Liège.
he couldn't release Liège. He couldn't release Liège because it's not their main culture.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's Walloon, so they couldn't release from that. But that means he could have released Brabant and feed the stuff to Brabant. It's,
Yeah. France didn't have player for the last 30 minutes or something, or
20
No, I
minutes.
think Kazmak was here the whole time.
was he?
Yeah, he was
Like
here
that.
the whole time.
No, that was
Um,
Hesse. I mean, you can see Hesse.
That was Hesse.
Hesse, yeah.
Uh,
Hesse
AI.
was, well, long time, and then was AI placed on it. So it was,
Yeah, so yeah, we won't look at Hesse much because they'll need fixes.
Yeah.
But France, as for things, what France did, France previously had a Catalonia vassal, and there was an exchange or a peaceful exchange with Italy over, I think, Savoy state, or I don't know exactly which provinces. What? Can we check? No. No
I
core.
think Savoy was a vessel of Italy, and then, so basically both gave up as a vessel to the other.
Yeah.
Um,
France not done the quality ideas yet, which I think puts them a little bit behind some of their neighbors. Income-wise, they're definitely going to be falling or they're behind on that.
I mean, end of last session, the income was 40. Now it's 80. So
Yeah, no,
it's better. It's better from where it was, and
and
yeah.
the unfortunate thing is, I guess other history for France. France tried invading England, I guess somewhat coordinating with Lubeck. First time, sort of gave up, and then England went bankrupt, and then France, or after England died to Lubeck, France went in and got a pretty decent chunk that's still being cored. But we can see getting basically
Yeah.
no benefit from the land right now.
Yeah, I think like trying to eat onto the British Isles is it's land, but it's land he can't defend, and
Yeah, it's free war score.
doesn't help his diplomatic position. It's yeah, before just because the land is free, it's not owned by a player, doesn't mean you always have to eat it. It's yeah.
He plans on selling it.
Yeah, no menus up yet, which I guess is surprising. But yeah, I guess he's definitely hurting on ad. Oh, jeez, yeah.
Yeah. Also a thing. I disagree with him running this high-level advisors.
Yeah, I
If
think
his
it's
income is
definitely-
shit, he should even consider just level 1 advisors. Try to somehow get the crown land privileges granted to his subjects, so his government capacity goes up, so advisors also become cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then try to build more production buildings, manufactories to make more money.
Oh, and he needs prestige to go to go empire. He's got the dev for it, but.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that also would help. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's could be the reason why he's running the level 3 advisors to fire the prestige event.
Yeah.
If he's doing that, that's very smart.
Yeah, it could be. And he can't do the prestige thing from the burghers yet. I don't know, but diplomatically has no allies currently, which. I mean, I suppose Austria might make sense for him to be buds with France. I mean, France kind of boxed in on two sides by Italy. Has Hesse that's like there is also room for France to get Hesse on their side and go against Lubeck. But
yeah, but I see rather like France and Hesse fighting it out.
Yeah.
Who of the two survives? It's
more.
more. Yeah.
They could fight it out, and but even the winner there won't gain so much. Just everyone around them is just going to vulture.
Yeah, that is the danger. So I mean, if Hesse does the fighting against France in a 1v1, and it's a long slog, they kill France, then Lubeck jumps in, hoovers up the rest of English Channel area. Italy jumps in, finishes Valencia and whatever else they want to get. So
yeah.
And if France kills Hesse, Austria and Lubeck, it just takes more than France gets, I think.
Yeah. France wins against Hesse, then Lubeck just starts hoovering into Rhineland, which
probably Austria too.
yeah. So yeah, Italy probably doesn't get too much. Maybe they just take some more hill forts. All right. So shall we move on to the glorious rich boys of Lubeck? So I guess for those that are in Asia and weren't watching, Lubeck opted to go for the sea line of England, which mixed success. I succeeded in landing early in the war and got kicked out. What happened is I landed up here and the small island. I won the preliminary battle on Sutherland, like merked up to more than 100k. Like probably should have gone more. Or I ran out of mercs that I could recruit in England. I had to recruit my other mercs like in Germany because they were like Lithuanian band, Cossack band, whatever. So I had to ship them over, and that took time. But I got onto this fort here in Dumfries, and what happened is after the battle started, Scottish rebels rose up here and here, slowing my reinforcement stacks, and that caused me to lose the battle because they I mean, it took too long, and they couldn't get in. And then on my retreat point here, more rebels popped up in the middle of the battle, so my stupid armies couldn't retreat over the strait where I had naval dominance, and so they just got ping ponged around Scotland for like 2 years until they got stack wiped. Yeah, like I mean, I will give credit to Alan. Like, after that happened, he did well. He defended his coast. Like I never, like I kept him like basically fully blockaded. I early on stacked, wiped all his heavies. I have, 30 heavy ships still left over, so like he couldn't build anything, and he was already in debt. And he didn't let me get any real landings on after that, but he did eventually go bankrupt. He said he clicked the wrong button. I'm not sure if that's true, or because I was pretty sure he's gonna go bankrupt eventually. And so he went bankrupt. I landed. I killed him. France jumped in, took more land. He then truce broke me, which it was borderline nation ruining, but I mean the country is mostly dead, so I now have this big Northumberland vassal. And yeah,
Truce break was probably his only way to get back in the game.
I mean, at that point, all the land, it was like he had already lost 200%. There was no way he was winning it.
Right, how did he lose 200% from one war?
Because France, as soon as I finished my war, France went.
Oh, France attacked, and I thought France attacked later.
No, France went and took this like immediately after I pieced out, and then Alan waited. Like, I mean, I didn't really take any. I only took I took London, obviously, and then I took Dumfries and made Northumberland a vassal just so I could have these four. Oh, I thought I was being smarter than I was because I wanted bordering forts. Never mind.
Moving on.
Yeah. Moving on. Lubeck, super rich. Finnish ideas. Allied with Austria and was with Hesse before it went AI. So. I think let's move on to Italy. I don't think there's much to say. Lubeck's just gonna.
Yeah, just it still doesn't have any formable, so it's it's not paying anyone protection money. So I think people should kill it.
Does Lubeck really need to pay protection money at this point? He's so strong. What's your force limit?
My force limit is 150.
That's quite low. I expected more.
Yeah, it's really there's not a lot of provinces.
Yeah,
but the army quality, that's what I'm pointing at.
Yeah. I expected like 200 force limit from Lubeck, and at that point I thought was fine. But isn't there a GB formable for him in the future now? Or Ireland?
Yeah, it's a GB formable, there's an Ireland formable. There's a Netherlands formable.
And depending on what happens with Hesse, there is a Westphalia and or Hanover.
Hanover is not on the table unless he forms something else first.
Yes, yeah, Lubeck.
Oh, he can't form Hanover?
No,
Lubeck even in vanilla, Lubeck cannot form Hanover. There's a specific block there.
Yeah, but Westphalia is nearly as good.
Yeah, but the thing that I'd like to sort of point out is, I know this is in the works, and I'm not sure why Russia was being slow with it, but while Baltic might be mostly controlled by Poland or Ruthenia, you can send everything from Novgorod to White Sea to North Sea to Lubeck.
Remember that when Sweden was still alive, he could probably get some amount of trade power there and just be annoying.
Yes. I mean, yeah, like right now, like there's still like a few AI nations that are taking bits of it, but I mean, Iceland can be easily eliminated.
What's the control of English Channel?
English 89%.
Isn't it better to send North Sea trade to English Channel and then to Lubeck at that point?
Yeah, it would be, but like if I can pump this number higher. Like
Lubeck has enough money. Let's move on.
Yeah,
exactly. Move on to another money boy. Let's go to Italy.
He has negative money in their accounts.
Yeah, I guess they just got a bad event or something. So Italy split Iberia basically vertically with Portugal.
Notably, I mean, makes sense. Like Portugal got all the centers of trade, and Italy gets the gold mine.
Italy got Toledo too, so that's one center of trade.
Okay, that's
Yeah, I mean he's not pushing out of there yet, but also Seville isn't very rich. Like there's is not, South America is not colonized, so this is going to be a
Uh,
sad civil node.
mm.
Quality ideas are finished up. Me-
Does he have Italian ideas?
pretty high crown land. Yeah, I think
Yes.
so. I think
Yep.
they're definitely
Okay,
better
but
than Genoese.
Mm. Genoese have the meme of 10% mercenary discipline, but yeah.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, currently
What's his
only
income? Could you show
allied
it?
to Portugal. It's like just below Lubeck. It's pretty high.
Yeah. So okay,
But
Italy's stronger than Lubeck
Uh,
then.
oh, definitely. Like their force limit is actually 100.
Yeah.
I thought it was higher than this.
Yeah. Okay.
Force limit.
but I think like Italy has 25 infantry combat ability. Lübeck has. Do you have quality ideas or
I
0 or
have
10?
quality ideas.
Lubeck is quality.
So I have 10, yeah. So his infantry is just better than yours. He also
Yeah.
should have more discipline, 5 more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So
I mean, is that relevant to compare Lubeck with Italy? I mean, I don't think these guys are. I mean, I think Lubeck and Italy are probably going to come heads to heads.
yeah.
For
Just for the point that in a 1v1, I would give it to Italy.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
I fully agree with that. But yeah, we got this nice Italian mission for whenever we want to pop it. Do we have a Golden Age? Oh, we did pop our Golden Age already, huh? I think that's a bit of a missed opportunity then, because you want to pop this during Golden Age perhaps.
Depends on
Or
what
would you
position
wait-
you are.
Yeah, or you wait for
Like,
universities.
if he got a lot of dev clicks done during his golden age, then it's definitely worth it. Still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you time it with finish and eco, it can be worth it early.
Yeah.
Like if you would play vanilla, I would usually pop it once I finish. And I don't have a trash shooter. I would always pop it once you have quantity eco finished.
Mhm.
The mod is a bit different in balance wise, so it's a bit different. But yeah,
Oh,
it's
he
not
stayed-
wrong with an early golden age.
He stayed
Okay, so-
Catholic.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was the surprising thing, right? The Catholic thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Cause-
he's
yeah,
probably going to be the
Catholicism
only
isn't
Catholic
changed.
left.
Hesse is still Catholic, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
Yeah, but
also
it's
Well, that's
it was
AI.
brain dead.
Wait, the AI switched back or did
No,
No,
he
it
never
was.
switched.
It was
Oh no, I know why. He wants to flip Orthodox.
You're right, yeah, he was trying to go Orthodox, and then I guess AI killed his rebels.
and converted the
Oh,
provinces.
Oh, that's so
Oh,
bad.
that's sad.
Does anyone know how far he was? Then maybe that's gonna be one of the safe fix. Take away
So,
prestige and give him
I
Orthodox.
talked with the head there.
But yeah.
He said he took a save when he DC'd, so we can compare what the status was and the
Yeah.
year and
Because I did not.
yeah, because
So
I
yeah.
think because we need to like, I mean, if Hessa is just kind of like, oh well, you're AI, it's free meat. We have to fix it up.
Yep.
As in other things with Italy, there, I guess.
There's lots of AI to it.
Yeah, I don't think he really needs to start another. I mean, he's got Africa. I mean, this is
Yeah.
kind of boxed in. No one's gonna take this from him. He doesn't have to race for it.
Like he has tons of provinces after this. Yeah.
Yeah.
He should maybe bully Portugal to give him Gibraltar, so he has control of both sides of the crossing.
Yes. that makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, like just eating the rest of the Maghreb region that is still controlled by Tunis, Morocco, Algiers is enough land to go him well into the mid and late game to build up.
Yeah. What? Yeah, there must be some. Oh, well, he's got really cheap core and cost. I guess he doesn't really have to do a lot of vassal feeding.
Yep.
He hasn't yet integrated Majorca.
Yeah.
Oh.
So where does this Italy go? Like it doesn't need to go anywhere. I
Yeah.
think most sensible is step into like take a bite out of southern France to connect his Iberian holdings.
And he could roll over France right now. He has double the income.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could. Though eco-wise, Ragusa node would probably be better for him.
But I mean,
Although
Champagne ain't bad to go into Genoa.
Yeah, but
Yeah, going into Ragusa, you make two strong enemies. Why would you do that to yourself?
It was just putting it out there.
Mm-hmm.
And he might actually. He could also go for Alexandria node.
Yeah, I mean, he can also, or he could also just say, "Hey, wait, I watched this podcast. Portugal's going bankrupt. Now all this belonged to me."
Yeah, but then eventually he's all alone in Europe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think
So
I think it's probably better to keep the Portugal alive. Say, Portugal, hurry
mm,
the fuck up and colonize stuff and bring in more money so I can see
yeah,
it.
like Austria is scary, and Austria has a very rich Lübeck friend. That could be an issue. Ottomans could become an issue. Sokoto could become an issue.
Uh, uh,
Don't seem ever become friends with France again. But yeah, so like if he stabs Portugal, he's all alone. So not a smart idea.
are we going? I suppose we're waiting. We're talking about a war.
No, we can go into Austria now quickly, or do we want to?
Was there any war from Italy? Italy
If
was
you want to talk about
participating in
that
the
war, it's
Morocco
probably
War.
most logical to talk about it whilst going over Bukhara.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I was.
Okay.
Yeah, Italy
Yep.
killed Morocco. Italy was stronger than Morocco by itself, but Portugal called in. Oh, and the other thing to, I guess, sort of note is during the blockade of England by Lubeck that lasted like 15 years. I mean, northern Spain was English, and it all just popped to rebels. So there was a lot of English land lost through the war that wasn't taken by war. So Portugal benefited quite a bit.
Oh.
Anyway, as for Austria, I think yeah they are just like what point some amount of ducats behind Lubeck, which is due to
Wasn't
prosperity.
he ahead? Isn't he ahead of Italy?
Yeah, he's about 10 ducats ahead of Italy.
I think he will lose like 15 ducats or so once this was over, unless he gets centers of trade in Constantinople. Because right now, I think a lot of the money that leaks out of Constantinople is because it's occupied by Austria. So there's more money leaking into Ragusa and from there into Vienna.
Mhm.
Um,
Well,
yeah.
when he's in this war, which is I guess not an easy war, I kind of figured you'd have the extra manpower thing on.
Yeah, talking about the war probably makes sense to talk about it a bit later.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but overall, Austria, like, it has full control of Vienna, it has Venice, it has
looks really
Ragusa.
strong.
That's, I mean, this trade setup speaks to me. I want to focus south and east afterwards. Because everything he conquers to the north and west doesn't benefit him economically. It
Yeah.
would be nice to get like a defensive line around the Bavaria area, like get some defensive forts there. But anything
probably
else
not.
doesn't make much sense in terms of expansion.
No, but
So yeah.
he still hasn't moved his trade capital.
Not yet.
No. I think he has an agreement with Italy because Italy is not collecting in Venice. So and Vienna is more contested, so it makes more sense to have the trade capital in Vienna.
Yeah, and at the same time, I'm also just curious. They can probably make a little bit more sending Ragusa to Venice, where none of it.
Look,
No,
as
it
this
jumps
war
through
goes-
more, like it jumps through additional
Yeah, I mean
center of
that's
trade, so
5%
it
more,
increases.
But then look, he's losing 10 ducats out of 26. That's a lot.
I
whereas here he
think
loses
actually
nothing.
sending it to Venice would probably make a bit more.
Yeah, I think this makes him another 2 or 3 ducats. I mean,
I wouldn't bet on it. I think you should have to fiddle around with it and test
Yeah.
between sessions what's the optimal setup. Because sometimes can like maybe at this point it might make sense to move the trade capital. However, I see the argument also why it's still in Vienna. He should experiment with it. He can get a few ducats more, most likely.
Yeah, I know. A point to remember before we go to the war with, yes, yeah, we're pretty far into mercs for Austria right now. Like they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, a bit of an issue. Like half his nation is still not converted. He went reformed, by the way.
No, but look, he has 2 centers of reformation. At the start of this war, which was 30, I think, he had literally, I think, 2 provinces reformed. I think all of this is because of the center of reformation. He's completely fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's fairly fortunate. He got 2 centers, and what is it? I know Lubeck. I was trying to go reformed, but I got stuck as defender of the faith. And
yeah.
I forgot that you can't switch when you're a defender of the faith, so I shouldn't have taken that.
And that's a bugger.
Yeah, I remember. No, that's defender of the faith, abandoning the religion. It makes very good sense that a defender of faith
No,
can't flip religion.
I didn't call it a bug. I called it a bugger.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Because I think we had in England once fighting in a safe fix report, safe fix request because he was the Catholic defender of faith and was complaining that the Anglican event wasn't firing for him.
Right.
Yeah, that happened once. Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah, I
Austria's
guess
looking really good.
Yeah, they're looking really good. I mean, they're Ruthenia on the border. I don't think that's likely going to be a problem. Maybe they'll be vulnerable.
I disagree because look at if you look at Ruthenia's position. Ruthenia is allied to Russia and cannot take on Russia, and the only other neighbors are Austria, Lübeck, who are in an alliance.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
one thing here, Ruthenia tried to join the Ottomans in this war, but he was too late and he joined too late, which meant he broke the rules and had a white peace.
Yep. So
I mean-
Ruthenia is not maybe not a desired expansion route for Austria, but Austria is a desired expansion route for Ruthenia. So
Yes.
there are hostilities.
Yeah, so I think, let's go ahead look at them now and we can talk about it. So Austria is in this big war with the Ottomans, and this is an opportunity for Ruthenia to go in. But I think, assuming if Austria just white pieced out the Ottomans to deal with Ruthenia one versus one, that's a stomp for Austria. Ruthenia needs someone else to make anything happen.
And also you have to account for if you go to war with Austria, you have most likely to worry about Lübeck as well.
Yeah.
So even if Russia throws in everything as into this war,
Yeah.
because Ruthenia alone just has 100k force limit, so even then I don't think it's clear cut. Yeah, so it's.
Here's actually the thing: even if he attacked Austria right now, Austria doesn't have to white piece the Ottomans because Ottomans are losing the war quite badly.
Yeah, we'll look at the autos, but for Ruthenia we kind of look at them and I see a lot of things that are a little bit iffy, scuffed, or what have you. I mean, this giant protrusion into Ruthenian land is kind of oof, I guess. We still have Moldavia as a vassal. I don't know why we haven't had them integrated yet, or Estonia. I feel like it's
prioritizing Deving, maybe.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Have we popped a golden age? No, we haven't. But
he has a Polish age bonus at least, so he has some eco boni.
Yeah, I mean, his eco's less than 100.
It's even worse than Bukhara.
Yeah, it's quite low. Yeah, he hasn't been. He's moving into Sweden. It's just slow between long truces.
I mean, it's modern day East Bloc. Yeah, it's a Russian satellite state.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't know if the original deal with Russia was just really one-sided or Russia's outplayed anybody. But it's like if Russia get the majority of Kiev and Crimea, that seems a bit like everything for Russia.
Yeah, I think Russia took land quicker than Ruthenia thought it could. Is that correct? Because we have Russia in the chat.
Yes, Russia is in the chat, but no, we just separated the deal. I mean, the deal was as we look at it right now from the very start.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems very one-sided. So I think Ruthenia is, probably, I guess other than Portugal, is the smallest player in Europe right now. Not trying to insult.
Wait. Oh, he did a whoopsie.
What?
What did we do?
Ruthenia took Ruthenian ideas. He was Poland. Oh.
Everyone is
this was a sub playing. Is there any? I mean, if that wasn't.
Okay, then I have to talk, but maybe I have to. I can't fix in Polish ideas because that feels really weird. Why would you ever? Because Ruthenian ideas are basically a down. It's like Polish ideas, but a weaker version.
Yeah.
So it's less manpower. You don't have any.
You get less combat ability.
No ICA. No production efficiency.
I mean, I think as Poland you don't want ICA because you want to double down on horses, which also would be an argument why you want quality when there are horde ideas. But that's just me.
Because beside the 10% cav, you also get discipline. which is basically 15% cavalry compatibility instead
So you
of
don't
25.
care about the quality. You have enough quality. The thing for horde ideas here is the minus 33% cav cost. That's the big seller of horde ideas. Because with that you can, especially as Poland, you can hit the minimum cav cost of 6 ducats. And then you can run 100% cav and not go bankrupt every war. That's the big thing here.
Yeah.
You have enough quality, you don't need quality. If you want a full cav army.
Yeah, we got a lot of building to do.
Um,
I don't know. I'm not sure what it. We have a pretty damn good ruler right now, but a really terrible heir. We need to get rid of that.
yeah.
That terrible. He has a good mid
Well,
at least.
yeah, I guess it's not super terrible, but I'm not sure. Like, this seems like a little bit behind. He's a little bit behind on mill ideas.
I would just say that Austria is very ahead of mill ideas. Like it was not too long ago when we had like Tech 10, and he suddenly has fully completed an idea set.
I don't know.
Yeah,
have
we are
four
just Tech
nations.
11. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
we
well,
have
I'm just
four
looking at
nations at full.
Austria's finished, Lubeck finished, Portugal finished, Italy finished, Russia.
By the way,
finished.
By the way, Lübeck is bad. Lübeck has 3 corruption.
Yeah, events and coring.
Bad player. Just.
Mhm.
Anyways,
Russia?
yeah.
But
So for Ruthenia, what's the future? Yeah, maybe safing him back into Polish ideas, and find a way to get Russia into war with Lübeck or Austria, or maybe do the big backstep together with Lübeck and Austria to murder this big Russia.
yeah, because I mean, I don't know how willing. So
Mm.
like, as for like Russia doesn't actually have to take any land. I mean, they can
Yeah.
go into Bukhara, I guess, but they have like this is Omega super strong Russia right now. They've got
And
so
Yeah.
much.
Russia has to go into Bukhara. He has all of Manchu.
Yeah. I mean,
No, Manchu is Japanese.
well, I mean,
Well,
mean,
there's a lot of land between there too. So
I mean, looking
If-
for
if-
like real like power politics for Russia, it's like, hey, there's Ruthenia that has like this is the nicest land, that's the easiest to defend. No one's really a friend of Ruthenia. Like this to me looks really attractive for your own backstab, and there's nothing Ruthenia could do about it. But it's you also don't need to right now. So yeah, let's go on to Russia since we're talking about him.
Oh.
So I mean, Russia, we can see, is basically triple the income of Ruthenia.
Double.
Force limit of 200. Just disgusting Russia things. 200 manpower.
Still
as
just
well.
second place.
Hmm?
Still just second place behind Japan.
Yeah.
But later.
Yeah, starting to colonize Siberia and such. So, I guess as talked about, there is the option for Russia to get even more filthy by doing a trade deal with Lubeck, either by splitting the Baltic between Lubeck and Russia, or just going White Sea route through the North Sea, which already exists and doesn't involve killing a player. As for building, a little bit less barracks than I would have thought. Yeah, I think this Russia just sits here, builds and devs because there's a lot to do.
Pick the manufacturers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, okay. You built all the important manufactories immediately. That's pretty good. That's partly why your money's so good right now. I also gotta say, so I mean, Russia watched one war, the Ottomans beating up Bukhara, and they're watching now Bukhara, Austria beat up the Ottomans for revenge. So I guess
no,
biggest
this
question
is not a revenge war, I may add. This is Ottomans attacking again.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's Ottoman War, Boogaloo 2, but the title is Revenge of Bukhara because you're going to get everything back. So, what I'm, like, if you're Russia, I mean, how attractive does this look?
I mean, it's shit land to starting.
Yeah.
How much of it is steps? I think that's the important one. The northern bits are still interesting, the steps part. Because with Cossacks you can def them to a reasonable price. Further south you go, the less interesting it is.
You also have to think about the fact that Russia didn't have the steps he has in Astrakhan and Nogai and Kazan. So,
Yeah, so like I mean it's a pretty decent opportunity to go in, but I don't think Russia needs to. Like it's all this land that can still be built, devved. Like this Russia could sit for 50 years and still be a monster.
I think the best approach is what I like. Sit, wait, yeah, DVD at Emperor, because the longer Bukhara and Ottomans are fighting each other, yeah, the further those two nations fall back and Russia's can scale away while sitting at peace.
Yeah, yeah. I mean the three.
Not the most interesting gameplay, but it's a way to go further ahead.
Yeah, and what is Cyber our vassal? Yeah, Siberia is our vassal.
before
Okay, Kazakh vessel is a different story. Yeah, I noticed that one. Yeah, okay.
Well, that can't be good. No appreciation.
Comments about that one?
Don't pick him.
maybe it was released by mistake.
Oh, really? I find that hard to believe.
How do you feel, Kant?
I feel like I'm still stronger than Mawar.
All right,
Okay, buddy.
let's move on to the Turks. And now, yeah, I think now we can start talking about this war. So we have an Ottomans at max loans.
What? Really?
I mean, he has still 50k in the bank. I think he took it because his main trade node got occupied, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, look at where his troops are and where Bukhara is occupying.
Oh, his troops are down there. Oh boy, this is just how much.
So honestly, Bukhara should take a 10k stack something and beeline it to the province of Biga.
Wait, whoa. I want to add now. He has 170k. Bukhara has 150. Austria has 200.
I mean, yeah, this war is definitely lost right now. Wait, we have manpower still? What is going on with?
He's not gonna lose, bro. He's gonna outlast Bukhara.
So
No. Look at the war score. He can't win this war.
There is a problem regarding the strait. He's gonna basically this is gonna become a 1v1 Ottomans versus Bukhara.
No. That's why I just said Bukhara just should take any stack and beeline it to the province of Biga. There is no fort between his troops and that province, and then he controls both sides of the strait, and Austria can cross.
I also want to add a thing about Ottoman quality. Ottomans needed 200k, a bit more than that, to beat 150 of Bukharan troops.
Because we got 10 ICA, 5 morale, 105 discipline, and Bukhara. We got a little bit less morale, but that 55 cav, and your armies are all cav.
And 5% more discipline.
The stack I always engage with is cav, and that does quite a lot of damage before it actually loses its front line.
Yeah.
The numbers here is just from experience in battles. One other thing to add is that Ottomans have taken Tech 12, whilst Austria and Bukhara still at Tech 11.
Why is the crown land so high on the Turks?
You may want to go for absolutist.
Yeah, I mean,
a bit early.
I mean, and he's max loans. You need the money, so I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Turks lose this war.
Yes,
I think he should have just. The thing is, if you look, like, he has 52k in the bank and his loans are 59k, so he just went full loans, and he wasn't into many loans before he did that. I think he clicked this panic switch off full loaning a bit too late.
I also want another thing here is that Bukhara has been offering peace for the last couple of years, and Ottomans have not been taking it.
Yeah. So, like, this doesn't have to be bankrupt Ottomans.
No, but if he continues the war, he's going to lose at this rate.
Yeah. So,
how many mercenaries can he hire?
Well, he's got a freaking 100k still left of manpower and professionalism in the bank.
Yeah, but as it looks right now, it looks like he needs troops and he needs them quickly.
Can still hire 8 mercenary regiments,
Okay.
and they are all combat with.
So basically, that's a lot of power.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that is a
he's
lot of
under his
power.
force limit right now. He can, like, if he really wants to make Bukhara work for this and Austria, he can merc up 300k right now, and then
get stab hit out.
I mean, I guess, but do you really want to do all this work? I don't know how much
Yeah.
Bukhara.
Yeah, you get stab it out, you go bankrupt, and then you get truce broken by Bukhara.
Yeah, there's like.
I think he just should uncon at this point and fix his nation and
No,
He's still
find a
going
new
to
route.
be.
I don't
He's
think.
still going to be really strong.
I
Yeah.
believe unconning is a bad idea, but if an offer that stab hits him is sent for like 30
Yeah,
or
okay.
40%, that's better than 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think Bukhara should send one because he can just take 100% at this point. Either Ottoman switches up to 100% and pushes all the buttons, which then long term hurts his nation a lot. Or he just concedes 100%. Because, like, look, Ottomans himself, how much percent is out? Ottomans is 1,500%. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If he loses 100% from 1,500%, that's not a lot.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also, like, what
Uh,
land is Bukhara taking from this? Are they taking the rest?
He's
of
gonna
Persia?
take
It's
trade
va-
notes in Persia,
Yeah,
like his
it's
vassal lands
land.
mostly.
It's vassal land, so who the fuck cares? I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's pretty.
Here's the thing.
I think Russia's a threat.
He could probably have pieced this war out. But I'm just, since I'm playing Bukhara, I'm just going to give my opinion. That I thought the Ottomans were stronger in the war than they actually are when I see it now.
No.
This, it's looking very good, honestly.
Yeah, like, I think
Yeah.
I don't really see a way for Ottomans to like really win this and come out well. Because assuming like Bukhara, you take straight, well, like send a stack here, you kind of retreat a bit. He'll chase you. Austria walks over you, or no, actually you just send your whole armies here. Like there's no forts in the way, so you just box, right click to Biga. Oh yeah, that's whatever. Austria crosses, and then even if he does merc up to 300k, you guys aren't even ground, and you've got crazy cav.
Yeah.
And this is like his heartland being sieged and devastated and everything. So, I mean, so Ottomans uncons, they lose some vassals, or you do a negotiated peace, whatever. And then look, you have all of the freaking Egypt to eat. You got Iraq. You got all this AI to still go into, and you can either repay the loans off very easily, or you just spend all the money in bankruptcy bill, because I think
Because he has still a good amount of manufacturers that he could just build with this money. Yeah.
Yeah, but manufacturers take kind of a lot,
I don't
really,
think
to build.
bankruptcy bill. You could. You just
Why
have to
wouldn't
wait a
it
while.
attack him?
Or I mean, you just bankruptcy build force limit and barracks. Like,
and then maybe do Diplo, because if you do bankruptcy, you will go bankrupt, and that would be a moment for Bukhara to truce break or attack, depending if there's still truce in place.
right.
So,
I mean,
but be aware you can only truce break once. So,
once in a row. I mean, there's.
Actually, here's the thing. If Ottomans do that, he goes bankrupt. He's probably getting truce broken by Austria too.
But yeah, that's also like.
And Italy might also.
If he pieces out right now and doesn't do a bankruptcy build, he doesn't have to bankrupt at all.
Exactly.
I mean, if he does do the bankruptcy build and go for bankruptcy, I think there's a very good case for Italy defending Ottomans from Austria. Because
why? Italy can just take all of Egypt and get the trade from there.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that, but I think you might want Ottomans as a potential counterblock. Like, sure, you can take the land, but that's kind of awkward. That's hard to defend, especially because I think eventually Ethiopia might want it.
Yeah.
That's riskier land, I think.
No, but at the same time, if you want to keep the Ottomans and go to war with Austria, then maybe France sees an opportunity. It's hard.
That's France?
Yeah, like that France needs to do something, and if he gets
Yeah.
some control of Genoa, he's good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
France. I just want to double check, maybe triple check.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
like
there's also
France
the
still
option
has some potential.
of Russia doing like throwing their weight around if they wanted to. Like, but I think
Okay.
best case is just like uncon, pay off your loans, eat AI, fix your country a bit more. I mean, it's still really strong, and I guess try not to get in a 1v2. Shall we look at Bukhara's perspective?
Okay. Yeah, maybe I should give a bit of story for this session.
Sure.
It started with me finishing off my war with Kyuki. A couple of months later, Ottomans attacked. I thought he was going to attack, but I thought it was going to take like a year or two, which meant my armies weren't in place and I didn't have my cannon stack ready. I lost that war since he took the mountains.
Wait, why do you have all
I did, however, commit too hard to that war, so I had to bankrupt. I decided to build as much as possible before I bankrupted, which meant so my force limit, if you look at it, is, although it's not good, it's not catastrophically low.
Yeah.
I essentially didn't build eco buildings and focused on building manpower and force limit buildings because that would give me the bigger chance in a war.
Yep. Okay.
During my bankruptcy, which I hoped everyone around me would miss, Mewar attacked, which is why if you look at Punjab's cause,
Yeah.
they aren't Punjabs anymore. You may also add that Mewar owned the fort at ROH.
Real.
That one. Yeah, I lost against Mewar, obviously. After that, I thought, what the hell am I going to do? And since Tibet was bankrupt, I thought I attacked Tibet, and maybe that's my way out.
Yeah, China is a different matter. That's
Yeah, like a bankrupt Tibet, easy war, have fun. Then the Ottomans attacked me as soon as I started that war. But Tibet was willing to fight peace because, of course, he was bankrupt. So I couldn't fight him, he couldn't fight me. So I wanted to focus on the Ottomans. At that point, Mewar attacked me again.
yeah.
So I was at this point for a time at war with the Ottomans and war by myself. Though I had Diplo with Bengal, who said he was going to attack Mewar later that year. So yeah. And I managed, and I was very fortunate later that rated on Austria didn't like the Ottomans and that he joined. May I add, he joined in at the last possible minute or second. And then Russia attacked.
Oh, Russia.
I was cursing quite a lot at this point.
Yeah, that's kind of what you lose one war and.
Yeah. I just gave Russia the entire north of my country.
And that's exactly what I wanted as Russia because I wanted to colonize Siberia faster.
I figured that. So I thought like I could just give you that and then be done with it. Mewar was actually surprisingly weak at the beginning of the war. He only fielded 60k, with in somehow worse quality than me. I guess like the chivalric ideas I think is very good on Mewar, but I don't think it gave him the necessary quality right at that moment. Hence, I completely took back the fort and also annexed his vassal of Afghanistan for about 70 war score.
I just wanted to state that. Excuse me, continue.
Yeah, and after that point, I have been fighting the Ottomans a bit back and forth.
Didn't you have military reforms?
No. I've had no event for the war.
Oh, okay, then it was the discipline. That was the only thing you had more than me.
And cavalry combat.
Bukhara has no critical event fired yet. Doesn't have.
Yeah. I think I think I have a level 3 discipline advisor.
Yep. So you can get the 10 discipline event.
Yeah,
You are eligible for it, but you haven't fired it yet.
Jeez.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to state that Bukhara is very close to bankruptcy itself. Like, even if he wins this war 100%.
So the only way he wins the war is like he needs the trade centers from Ottomans back, so he gets more trade money in Persia.
That's why I'm saying Ottomans is going to win if he gets like 3 or 4 mercs.
No, it's not enough to like the 11k will carry him long enough to 100% Ottomans.
Yeah, you look when this war started. That's 29. That's 10 years ago. I already had a couple of loans when this war started.
Yep.
I'm
you're
about halfway through my bank. I have enough money to win this war.
Yeah, you're good for another 10 years of fighting, I think.
Yeah, and at this
I'm also
stage,
quite fortunate that Tech 12 doesn't matter too much for me since most of my frontline is cavalry.
I mean the tactics still hurts, but
the
it's
tactics
not
still hurts, but
detrimental.
Overall, it is fine.
Yeah.
I forgot also to mention that I think I got a Peasants' War too in the middle of all these wars.
Wait, what what is up with this Merchant Guild loyalty? Mine is minus 30?
Yeah. I didn't read events. That's what happened.
Oh, you just took it's just a lot of events to reduce. Because no, there's
it's the same. It's when you have a regency. It's like a guild takeover or whatever, and I just keep pressing it away. Like, just get out of my face. And I didn't read what the event actually did.
It's over in 2 years. Those all expire in 2 years, but the burgers don't like you. That's
hurting your cash too.
Yeah, because it's trade efficiency.
It's been like that for forever, and
it's gonna go away, and if you get the trade centers back from Ottomans, you have a way to come back into the game.
I think definitely I have a way back into the game, but it does kind of rely on Russia not striking whilst I'm
I think
probably bankrupt.
Yeah, I mean, if you do Diplo with Russia and he stays off, you can.
Or do
Hormuz, Mawar is involved with Bengal right
I'm
now.
actually surprised. Like, you need to tag Mawar after this because I'm surprised Mawar is winning.
Wait, Mawar? Oh, yeah, we're going to Mawar now. We talked enough about that war. So Mawar
is not winning.
It's like they're winning. What? I mean, they got a few.
Yeah, but I saw Mawar pushed back. I was surprised.
Okay, well, first, so we are currently out of manpower and 40k in the hole. 70 income, losing a lot. What's our force limit? We are double our force limit currently.
Ooh.
We don't have any professionalism. So, okay, we need... are we into mercs? We are into mercs. How many more mercs can we get? We can get a lot more mercs. So, yeah, we need to consolidate. Okay, so it looks like we just lost a battle. Find where our manpower... Oh, yeah. These are the special unit. That's kind of sad, but... I think you just gotta consolidate these guys so you can buy more mercs, conserve your force limit.
He still has regular units he can consolidate away.
Yeah.
He should start with
why
those.
Why did he go plutocratic?
Yeah.
Yes, for the goods produced.
Goods produced, force limit, morale.
I mean, the
wouldn't have been better for him?
Definitely good right now.
Yeah, the first idea is actually... I honestly, that might be worth it just for that idea for this war.
Yeah, yeah, he is 4 ideas behind in mill though, so.
Yeah, but he's probably spending his mill points on professionalism.
Yes, there is that. So I mean, does he have any mid? No, I don't.
How many loans does he have?
He can take 20k more loans.
Okay, so he's completely fine on that.
Yeah.
I mean, mine is something different, but it's... Yeah, okay.
I'd probably try and take all the loans you can right now, and
yeah, because like if by chance,
wait, is
his capital is gold mine?
Yeah, I'll take all of
them. Dev? What the?
That's a bad idea. Like, honestly, capital on the gold mine with the centralized development mechanic is a bad idea.
Yeah, I think.
It's a good meme though.
Yeah, it will deplete like.
And actually, early game, I think that's like
3%
if you need a lot of economy early game, like that makes sense.
Yeah, just because.
Yeah, but he moved it mid-session because he asked me to save fix his capital onto the gold mine because it does. You can do it with a mission, but if you fire the mission during a war, it doesn't do it. And so he has manually moved it to the gold mine.
He doesn't have any promoted cultures. What?
Yeah, that's also a thing. That's hurting his manpower pool.
I'm not sure how he compares to Bengal, but just looking at the state of the front line, does he have a full cannon back row? He doesn't have a full cannon back row.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
We are talking Tech 11.
Yeah,
you need you don't necessarily need one till Tech 13.
Yeah, in the Ottoman Bukharan war, that has been quite decisive.
I mean, in the Bukhara war, you're talking about 200k clashing. Yeah.
Yeah.
There it matters, but normally
actually, you do that here too. Like.
Yeah. Okay, but.
Bengal actually not that much richer than Marwar, and is a little. Has recruited a few more troops than he has.
I mean, Bengal is really unstable.
Yeah, this is.
The problem with Bengal is his religion. He's still Sunni, and that means his nation is just less stable, and that's the thing that murders him here. He should have either gone Hindu or Sikh earlier. It's just.
How many more loans can he take?
We can take like 40 more loans.
We're at 38. Like,
yeah, we're half into our loans, but we're bleeding a lot more money than Marwar right now. And
what's his force limit?
I mean, okay, he's bleeding 240 for being over force limit.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Okay,
maybe
he went a bit too excessive.
I mean, actually, if Miwar can push back Bengal, I think Miwar wins this.
Yeah, but look at that. Miwar looks to have just lost a battle. How many troops did Miwar have?
Yeah.
I mean, he can just mark up and.
Yeah, but maybe then Miwar is bankrupting first because he's going 30k more over force limit.
This is like a fifth of Miwar's income. He's got 70 income, and this is 14.
If that fort falls, I think Miwar is done for. If that fort falls, Miwar is probably done for.
Yeah.
If it doesn't max loan.
I mean, it's not really that much land he's going to lose. It's not that much that's occupied, so he'll be fine.
Well, I mean, look,
that's all noble. That's noble. That's I know, but that's noble rebels.
No,
those will go away after a while. Like that's fine. It's not going to break away. He's not going to lose. He's not going to lose that way.
Can Bengal snake the gold mine away from the war?
Probably.
Yes.
I mean,
it's just. Yeah, he can.
I think he should do it if he can.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
that's.
And then just straight through.
Oh god!
That is the piece. That is definitely the piece.
I mean, yes. He should. No. I mean, okay. The only thing about that is he has to make sure Miwar's dead because that's 120 overextension, and that
you release Gujarat and feed it.
You're trying to release instantly, and even if he doesn't and he gets declared upon,
then
I think he still wins the follow-up.
Nah, I don't know about that. It depends on how he's losing more money than Miwar. Like it depends on how much debt Miwar's.
I think there is a non-zero chance that both bankrupt and India just falls apart back to the.
Dude, Majapahit India, let's go!
No. Don't you mean Majapahit and Bukhara in India?
I mean,
that's yes. I mean, yes, that is fair. Majapahit also, I mean, hear me out though, okay? A lot of we'll take the Hindu stuff, you can take the Sikh stuff, and I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah, I think that sounds quite fair.
Oh gosh. Cursed.
Yeah, so much. I mean, I think Bengal wins this, but both of them lose.
That is just.
I mean, that's every war.
Yeah, maybe I add a bit of context on this. Maybe I add.
Yeah, if you get to China, that's gonna be about the.
I mean, Lubeck's war. Lubeck definitely won.
Yeah, by taking a lot of loans.
Does he care about money? Anyway, so.
Context regarding this war with Miwar. I think Bengal expected me and Bukhara to stay in it longer.
By the way, Bengal should take the Defender of Faith away from Ottomans. Like he can do it. That's
Oh,
5 morale. That's monthly war exhaustion.
And he helps his friend in Bukhara.
Yeah.
Tasty.
Yeah, that helped.
Yeah, I think actually, what's the quality comparison between Bengal and Mawar?
So
Because I saw Bengal had
the thing is,
he got more
Bengal
morale.
has Tech 12,
he's
so
got
he
army
has
reform. Army reform on Bengal side. That's why he's winning.
also
but
Tech
that's
12
in
is new infantry units. Yeah.
Who had Tech 12?
Bengal.
He's
And
also,
Mawar?
he also has another 10 from finishing his indigenous idea, or not finishing, but mostly done.
I hate indigenous ideas. It's such a greedy approach and usually gets you burned.
I don't think
Yeah, I mean-
Bengal was in a position to go greedy here.
Yeah, Pluto indigenous. I think this would quality would have been better.
That's the same strategy. That's the
I
same strategy as Hanover and the Holiday.
Let me put it this way: if this war lasts for another 700 military points, he can take the province war cost from the
Yes.
ideas.
And at that point, oh boy.
Yeah, yeah, like he takes that, and then he also gets his artillery ideas. So if it lasts, but I think Bengal, you definitely want this war to end as soon as possible, so you can clean up your country before you bankrupt. Sorry.
Check his splendor. Isn't there a war score cost?
No, he's far away from it.
Yeah,
I just checked. He's far away from it.
Okay, that's because otherwise he could have taken like 50% more land in total.
Yeah, that would be disgusting.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, if Bengal doesn't get he doesn't die to his own bankruptcy after this, or to Siam or Tibet inting him afterwards.
Bankruptcy will be so painful for him because he has no religious unity. Because all this Hindu land will hurt him.
Yeah.
No, but he's Indian Sultanate, so it's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah. But actually, I think there's a decent chance of
he loses.
Nations
He loses 4 tolerance of heathens if he loses his legitimacy. That's gonna murder his religious unity. Legitimacy gives tolerance of heathens. Don't forget that one. Right. And he loses that upon bankruptcy. Like he loses his legitimacy.
Yeah,
well, I mean,
there's a decent chance of.
Does Siam want to help him if they're still allied?
I mean,
Siam could break alliance here.
Yeah, I think because Siam can now eat the rest of Daiviet and then eat into Bengal and then be a nation for once.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he mended the diplomatic rift with Tibet by attacking Daiviet. I think they're friendly-ish now, or I see they can coexist.
Maybe attack to Siam now.
Yeah.
No.
Or maybe actually
Tibet is better because then we can cover the whole diplomatic mess that happened.
Fine. Yeah. Tibet. Okay.
No, I just want to prefix this a bit.
Our great shogun enlightened.
Yeah, I enlightened you how Tibet set the world on fire. Yeah. It started off. Start of the session. Manchu breaks alliance with Tibet, allies Daiviet, and sets Tibet as rival. Did not actually ally Daiviet, but set him as rival. But Manchu allied Bukhara. No, that was the story. So Tibet was sitting there, not friends on all borders. So he thought, okay, let's get proactive. Let's not get declared upon, but declare. So he declared onto Daiviet. And Daiviet called in Siam to defend him. And while that was happening, Tibet had the military reform fired. So Tibet declares war on Daiviet, Siam joins Daiviet. Manchu uses this as pretext to declare onto Tibet. And so then it was 3v1, then Shimazu joined Tibet fighting Manchu. Yeah? Japanese troops in the end we fought Tibet. Then the war goes on for a long time. In the end, Manchu dies, Daiviet loses. But Manchu goes bankrupt, Tibet goes bankrupt, Daiviet goes bankrupt. No, Daiviet did not go bankrupt, but then so Daiviet decides, okay, let's truce back Tibet, while there was only 1 year on the truce timer left. Very smart.
Yeah.
So Daiviet truce broke Tibet, attacked Tibet, and then Bukhara attacked Tibet. Then Siam attacked Daiviet.
No, you're getting the order wrong. Siam attacked Daiviet before Bukhara attacked Tibet.
Okay, it was very.
And actually,
and then in the end, Daiviet called in Majapahit against Siam. Siam early pieces out.
Yeah, I felt bad about that one. Okay, no, hear me out. There's more story to that. I got stack wiped twice. Most of my armies got stack wiped by Siam because my army's not very good, and I was like, well, I have no army left, so I might as well just get land out of it while I can. Because Siam was willing to give me land.
That was like okay, yeah. Then Majapahit hit separate pieces. Siam, Dai-Viet dies to Tibet. And then Siam-Dai-Viet war goes on a bit longer, but in the end, Siam won that one. Yeah. And I think Siam didn't go bankrupt. Dai-Viet did go bankrupt and is no longer a player. Tibet went bankrupt twice, I think. And Manchu in the war, Manchu was hurting so hard. He had rebels pop everywhere. Like in the war already, Mongolia popped out, the Korea popped out. So yeah.
Yeah, as Russia, I can see Mongolia.
Yeah.
I think it's a miracle that Tibet is still alive.
What is still alive? Tibet?
It's a miracle that they are still alive. Like, if it wasn't, they would be dead now if it wasn't for the Ottomans attacking Bukhara.
And not the Japanese. I was only like after the attack from Manchu, I led Tibet. So
like, actually, if Manchu just stayed out of that war, let Tibet and Dai-Viet fight it out, then Manchu could just attack later and just won, I suppose.
I think the problem was Manchu. I checked into the nations. The problem is Manchu could not sustain a long war because he could not flip out of Confucian theocracy, Confucian syncretic, because his religious unity would have tanked so hard that his income would have skydived. So he was fixed into having Confucian syncretic. That also means he couldn't get the huge army cost discount from being Tengri syncretic. And I think that's the early game mess up that he didn't instantly switch into Tengri syncretic and convert the land.
Yeah,
so
no. Well, yeah, obviously. No, but what I mean is that if Manchu had just let Tibet finish his war with the Siam and Dai-Viet,
Tibet would have stomped Dai-Viet and Siam.
Really?
Yes. He had 6 morale.
Wait, how did he get 6 morale?
He had military form and he has very high base morale. Those were some proper warrior monks there running around. He was running around with 6 morale.
What's his morale now?
I don't know.
5.
I mean, if he gets his prestige up, and our army tradition's also low.
Yeah, I honestly think he could still have won the war, Manchu.
His income is quite. What does he have to choose with?
I mean, I'm basically like barely alive right now, so.
Yeah. I mean, well fought. I think he should get like few more forts in the second line. Like that was an issue. Like once one fort fall, his entire nation was open.
That's all like flat land. So yeah, it don't make any sense to build a flat land fort against Manchu horde.
There are few provinces, maybe.
I mean,
could squeeze in 1 or 2 forts on hills and jungle, but yeah.
I mean, if that's like a 1v1 against Manchu, I think I still have a chance. I have like 30 morals over him, and
yeah. The problem was with Manchu, he couldn't sustain a long war.
I think Tibet's looking pretty good now because their truce with Manchu is up, so they can take 100. Like I assume, Japan stays out of Beijing node, takes the rest of Nippon and Jiren. And then Tibet can just finish up everything that's not like Jiren.
Human Beijing Sea is a lot of stuff. Okay, for human you also have to talk with Bukhara, but just like getting by Beijing makes a decent trade node. Then he has.
I mean, I just grab all of this Mongolia stuff before Russia gets it.
Yeah.
At the same time, every second you don't have border with Russia might be a good second.
Yeah.
I mean, for who? For Russia?
I'm not sure, honestly.
I mean,
I have to say,
he should not expand too far east. Let's put it this way.
From experience of fighting in this area, it's goddamn awful. No one wants to do it.
I mean, I can just with the Great Walls, and it will be like 4 activation for him. So.
Yeah. Have you upgraded the monument yet?
Not yet. It's like start with level 1.
Yeah, it's in Pingyang. Yeah, if he upgrades that to level 3, that's 2 attrition.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, so
Please go
nobody would want
defensive.
to fight me
Please
right
go
now.
defensive. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's manpower.
Yeah, then the armies just disappear walking
Shouldn't
across the
have gone
countryside.
Quantity, I think, would have been better.
Instead of what?
Offensive. Yeah, I don't really like the offensive.
I don't like offensive, and he's just one idea in. I think instead of offensive, quality.
No, but look at his manpower.
Manpower is
90k. I think the problem is, I mean, he does have a lot of roof provinces, yeah. So he can build a lot of manpower manufactories.
Yeah,
So he will be
that's
fine
why
on
you
that
want-
in the
that's
long
why you
run.
want
Oh yeah,
Mongolia.
if it takes Mongolia, yeah.
Yeah. So he doesn't need quantity, and it's just like get the
I think,
barracks and
Divine.
manpower manufactory in all those livestock and
Divine
grain
it is?
provinces.
Yeah, I think.
Wait. No,
Divine-
no.
Defensive for quality would be my
Defensive
pick.
is defensive, so we can stack the attrition.
I mean, I think that's kind of memey, but I'm thinking
Yes,
get
but
extra
it's
morale, some extra the fire receipt ain't bad, some extra manpower, and then the thing, just the infinite manpower from the cheap generals. I think.
I think I actually prefer defensive to stack the attrition.
I mean, I think one or the other, defensive or
Yeah, and then he can take the policy. He can get +4 base attrition for enemies in this land.
Oh.
And then are you gonna tell him to start building ramparts?
Yes. Oh yes.
So yeah, okay, so
That's a war crimes he's suggesting there.
yeah, I think Tibet's in a pretty good position. Like Manchu's
Yeah.
dead, Dai Viet's dead.
Oh, I forgot. Tibet got declared by another nation,
Jesus.
by Yue.
Wait, you had declared independence?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys need to write this shit down. I can't remember all this stuff. It's
Yeah,
eight-
they happened a
18th
lot
of
in China. Like China was constant fireworks.
Yeah, I heard that. Meanwhile,
Innovation
me and Lubeck
fireworks.
just sitting with my boats, like, oh, let's land. Let's see, can we land 2K in Ireland? Nope. Okay, go away. Wait 5 years.
Like if you want the fireworks, you didn't want to be in Africa or Europe this session.
But, I mean, Europe has stuff going on, just not for.
That's not on the level of Asia.
Yeah.
No,
Okay. Yeah, so we
Asia
have
was got.
dead Manchu. We have. It's really only 2 people dead though, right? It's just dead
Yeah.
Dai Viet and dead Manchu. Siam lost some interesting land, so.
Yeah, but I
Actually,
think
that is surprisingly few people dead.
Yeah.
and I think Siam has his strategy back. Like he can't eat the rest of Daviet, and
He can
I
cut
don't
off.
think Siam can compete with him on land. Yeah, and maybe he could find a friend in Portugal or something, and just eventually maybe even just take back the stuff he lost. Yeah, and say
Yeah,
like
I mean-
take the Siam lands, the stuff in Siam trade node, and we are green, because I don't think much of Heat can necessarily hold on to it long term. Assuming
like-
Siam doesn't get attacked by like Tibet
but-
or
Oh,
something.
why is there gov
They-
caps like nothing?
Government reform. Mandala.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, would say I think you should break alliance with Bengal right now to try and cut off Tibet from Bengal node.
I don't think Tibet necessarily needs to go into Bengal. I think
Yeah, but
Tibet has enough to eat in the north. And you don't just want to piss off people left, right, and center. You don't know
No, but-
who you want to have a friend
Yeah,
later on.
I mean,
No.
think
What I was thinking,
Siam
what
just
Tibet
make friends with Tibet.
could try to do, is try to cut off Siam from any possible expansion route. Thus, keeping him small and not a threat forever.
Oh wait, we lost land to. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, like that was what Tibet could consider doing. But yeah,
I think Tibet is just better off after those heavy wars to build up. I don't think he had a lot of time to
Oh,
put money into his nation. Or did he?
real bad
Ooh,
news
no.
for Siam though. Is long truce with Dai Viet.
Well, he probably took 100%, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just finished at the end of the session.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
how much war score? Like Vietnam, Viet is 400% or 360% war score. So it takes multiple wars to eat it, anyways. And yeah, I don't know if like Machapet necessarily wants to go that route.
He's busy with Portugal.
He's busy with Portugal, and I think for Machapahit it's wiser to eat the Philippines and consolidate his naval stuff.
Yeah. I think Siam actually the play is he's got a lot of admin points. He doesn't need to take the tech. I think you just truce break Diviet. It's not a lot to stab up, back up to 0 or 1.
Honestly, what Diviet should seize the province of Xiang Teng from his vessel, and then release Khmer from it.
Yes, he should. Yeah, and then truce breaking is an option for him.
Yeah, no, I think you truce break right here, 100%.
And then
how much is it
Khmer reconquest truce break would be a good thing.
How much is it to stab up right now?
98, and he's only at 0 stab. So
does he have the stab policy active?
I don't think. No, he hasn't finished the idea, so he doesn't have that. Oh, he's going.
No, you get it up to.
Yes, he has a 15%.
Yeah, of course he's going horde. He has +1 cavalry fire.
Yes,
brilliant for horde.
And he rightfully goes heavy on Cav army.
Yeah.
So that's why I always think Machapahit will not have enough army quality to push into Siam.
Yeah, Siam.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 200, 300 to stab up.
Yeah, he truce breaks here.
Yeah, and with the Khmer cores, and even 1 core for itself, and he might be even double truce break it. Because if he just goes reconquers Khmer cores and takes his own core, and then instantly re-truce break for the rest.
Yeah, he can double truce break. He can double truce break, and as long as he's vassal feeding, he will be good on admin points and that.
Just the first truce break vessel feed, the second truce break feed himself.
Yeah,
I think that's better. No, otherwise the vessels get too strong for him to keep under control and to integrate.
And he doesn't have any admin points.
He will have. Just wait a bit.
You
don't instantly have to peace out. You don't instantly have to peace out.
He needs.
After the first one, you do a truce break, step out just once, so you at -2, finish up the war, then again truce break, and then you can stab up back to 0. That's how you do it.
Yeah. Don't stab up to 3. Yeah,
because if you instantly tend to re-truce break, it's fine if you just stab up to 2.
Yeah, but he also needs to remember to stab up before he takes the land.
No, if he feeds the land to his vessels.
Yeah, no, for the second truce break.
Alright.
Are you okay? No, after the second truce break, you instantly go to 0.
Alright.
Video crafting, Siam has raised back into the game.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Machapahit. Cyrus, you here?
I'm here.
Alright, can you tell us what the fuck is going on with this Portugal stuff?
Okay, so I do my usual thing of I meme around and I make a big deal out of a small thing, which is Portugal colonizing a few provinces, a few islands. So I'm like, oh, this is terrible, and I'm making it a big deal. It's kind of jokingly. Turns out Leo did not think it was jokingly, and took action to try and prevent, I guess, aggressive action from me. The only issue is, so when I started off in the game, Timor was on Scutilage, and I was like, okay, well, that's cool. I guess I'll just keep it there. Yeah, no, that was bad. I should have definitely turned it back to a normal vassal as soon as I could, because he was able to attack me and then attack Timor and take the cloves, which was not great. And so now we're in kind of a war where Machapahit doesn't want to give up because they want to, take back the cores that, Portugal took. And Portugal doesn't want to give up, or actually Portugal does want to just wipe peace, but they're not going to give up because they don't want to lose the cloves. So naval supremacy is kind of mixed bag. Portugal technically has the ability to continue fighting, but Machapahit can build more heavies. I think my economy is stronger than his. I haven't seen Portugal's.
Portugal is soon bankrupt.
Yeah, no,
Portugal is almost bankrupt.
They've got 60 income and 45 expenses for interest.
That's why I figured. That's why I was like, I'm not gonna surrender this. I'm not gonna stop fighting because I want to take my course back plus more stuff. Like I'm gonna take everything in the Indonesian. Okay,
Cyrus,
that's,
you just
and you have naval
right now and
supremacy
win the
right
war.
now. Oh, and you're building more heavy because he's got.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no.
You've got 10 and galleys, and it's all inland.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's why I wasn't stopping. Okay, okay, yeah. Unfortunately, I still, despite being like 2 militechs ahead of him, I couldn't defeat him. Yeah, I don't know why that was never. I thought.
You have 3 horsemen. The thing is, why don't you have a naval morale advisor? How bad of a player are you?
Because I forgot, and I was focused on like I was just joking around and laughing with him the entire time. So yeah, no, I guess I didn't take it too terribly seriously.
Yeah. Also, you should throw your air into the sea.
Throw my air into the sea.
Yeah, sacrifice to the sea goddess.
Yeah,
well, I don't want to lose the naval morale and the land
okay, the prestige.
That's why I didn't do it.
Well, he can do it now quite safely, though. How much land can he take?
If you get the advisor, he can easily toss him into the sea and then start retaking the sea.
Yeah.
Is he at war with Siam?
No.
No, but we were. Also,
wait, what?
Oh.
I guess it happened at the end of the session?
Oh, no, because I just decked on Diviet.
Oh, you did it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was okay. I was saying, like, excuse me, what? Did I completely miss that? I was like, hold up. That changes things.
Okay, another thing. Can he take all the Spice Islands back in this war?
Yes. Easily.
You can't check because it doesn't have a free diplomat, but yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because it's returning cores. And then I think I can take like his other islands too.
They're all like 5 war score or 10.
Yeah, and then I can take his other islands and like just completely kick him out.
I was saying like you're just colonizing the stuff and you could see it. Why don't you just like deck and burn them?
Yeah, but that's not the colony. Anymore.
Yeah, no, you can if you spy on him, you can get a claim, or you just know CB and.
No, yeah, I know. I actually, so funny thing was, I was actually about to get a claim on him when he attacked. So it was. Yeah, I think it was. I was probably going to attack if he didn't do it. So, yeah,
which makes sense.
Like,
he colonized there.
Yeah, I think you definitely seeing that you're double his income and you got more heavies on the way, and that his entire army is stuck here with no manpower.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, like I'm not quite sure why he thought that.
I mean, I was willing to wipe peace with him at like. I was told him like, hey, if you wipe peace with Turnate, then I'll wipe peace with you, and we can just not worry about this. And then he was like, no, I'm just gonna continue. And like he acknowledged that he was gonna die. Like that was the thing I didn't get. I was like, dude, like you acknowledge you're gonna die from this. Just give yourself a chance in Europe. Just leave. It's okay.
Portugal is probably not dying even if he loses this, but if he won this war,
well, dude, if anyone in Europe attacks him right now, he has nothing in Europe.
But there's no one in a position to attack him.
Yeah,
Russia is in a position to attack him.
Genoa? Can Genoa not do it?
No,
but he's allied. They are friends.
I mean, I don't know if I was Genoa. I don't know if I'd keep him as at this point.
No, but like Portugal will bring in money into Sevilla. Like Italy has money to gain from this.
Bro, you so rich.
Yeah, you should be running.
Wait, the balance was not that high. That balance I think is lying. It was more like it was barely, and I was again trying to build heavies, trying to keep up the heavy race because he is like he's killing more heavies than I'm killing, and so that's. I mean, I can take loans, I guess. You know, it's not.
Yeah. Just fix the naval morale advisor, please.
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, I don't think I'll be playing next session unless there needs to be another sub. But yeah,
no, Mr. One Shot should return him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
I'm more looking. There's all this land that you can probably just core state, so you can start getting whatever.
Yeah. Are you right? You don't have Gov Cap. I think.
Well, I think
Majapahit is a great power. Are you Empire rank? No, but you could. No.
We're close. 100 dev off.
Yeah, and I'm integrating Banjar and then Palembang, hopefully syncing up eventually. Maybe actually doing it right now. I don't know if I can do it during wartime though. And then
you can rank up during war.
Oh no, I mean like integrating Palembang.
Oh, no, you can't start during war.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah. So
I mean, you got this colony up. I mean, if you get a player on this, I mean, Australia's got a lot more things now. Plus, what is it? Do we? Where's the? Yeah. No, okay.
And
this is not part of Australia anymore.
And by the way, colonies are a bit very strong.
Yeah. I know that's why I rushed it. I was like, I need to get this thing up as soon as possible.
Yeah, because technically, right now, highest force in the world is Japan, just because of CNs.
Yeah, let's take a look at Mr. Shimazu.
Yeah. Yeah.
SZM, right? No.
SMZ.
SM.
What? Oh. So.
I'm done.
So. I was in the Manchu War, heavily involved. Did only take 3-4 loans during that war.
Okay. Your income's pretty elite.
Yes, indeed. Did notice. Should keep it there. Yeah, I dropped Explo ideas and I'm doing now Eco ideas because I did the colonization I want at the minimum.
Wait, why didn't you go further into colonies? I mean, trying to make a Mexico colony, a California one.
Well,
because there's an Aztec. And
oh, you mean you're gonna inform Mexico using the Aztec land? Okay.
Yes, obviously. I'm allied to Aztecs right now, if you haven't noticed. I prefer playing on the land, so it was already and
that's some Aztec rule breaking right there. You need to.
Yeah, I told him, then didn't follow up on it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So still have a bunch of daimyos. Managed like Korea break out of Manchu during the war, and mid-war I vassalized it. Yeah, now already eating into Manchu, and I will, as you already suspected, eat the rest of Nippon, eat all of Giron, and the rest of Hangzhou.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're.
And then most likely Snake to Moscow.
Yeah, this definitely looks good for you.
And
like,
what I wanted to say about I think I'm more so the winner than Tibet.
Definitely.
I was one of the Siam and Shimazu were the only ones that didn't get bankrupt during this entire mess.
Wait, okay.
Yeah, and I mean, look at this way. Like, I finished Expro ideas, dropped Expro ideas, and now already 2 ideas into Eco.
Yeah,
so
you're looking pretty good. It's just
really
good.
And
mechanics.
If you want to see something broken, like right now, my force limit is 150. That's nothing too amazing.
Right.
But take 2k in loans and change the colonies to crown colonies, and then assign the vessel force limit policy, and then you will see something broken. You click on Mangafonia. Click it, and then scroll up.
It's at the top.
Change colonial type to crown colony. Do the same for Anilaska. At the bottom. Now check force limit. It's already 186. Yeah. And now change the policy for vessel force limit.
Oh, right.
And yeah, that one.
What the?
That's
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's why I said colonies are quite strong.
40 VAT limit. Oh my god.
But
40 from Mangafornia, 30 from Alaska. Jesus Christ.
If you also do this for Russia, you'll also see like an insane force limit.
So... No, you can only get max. Like for vessels, it's capped. For colonies, it's uncapped. The vessel force limit contribution. From the vessels, you can only get 10 plus 10, and then so with the policies plus 25. But for colonies with crown colonies, it's uncapped. I get 50% of the force limit of my of my colonies, and that then times 2.5 with the policy.
That's not fair. Well,
for me, it's fair. It's well balanced.
Perfectly balanced. All things shit.
So technically, Shimazu has more force limit than Russia right now.
Yeah, I think
you just gain 100 force limit by pressing a few clicks. You know that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, like looking at this and the colonies.
And the colonies will just go bigger.
I think Aztec. Yeah, I mean, I'd be scared. Tibet, I'd be scared. I think like Tibet and Siam.
Mitch, imagine your GB that had all the colonies doing this.
I know. That's why I wanted to kill Alan. I know that they're busted. I don't know how they're busted. I just know that they're busted.
I played GB and I had all the New World and Australia as crown colonies, but I didn't have the plus 150, and I had the highest. I mean, I played vanilla. Nibor was my sub, and he was like, "Dude, what the fuck?"
Yeah. So I think right now in Asia, the strongest nation, I would give it to myself.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with Shimazu ideas, which were like the craziest of the Japanese daimyo mill ideas, right?
Yeah. I'm still thinking about taking Japanese ideas. They're not bad. And yeah, I think that's also a good jumping point to Africa, to Sokoto. Who's also a colonial nation and could equally well benefit from, like, you keep their colonies as private enterprise while you expand them, and then switch them to crown colonies while at war to get insane enforcement.
Brazil player, doesn't he?
Yes. Yes, Brazil.
Did he have Explo ideas before? Because I think if he did, he dropped them. I don't remember.
No, he did not. He bought the maps from Portugal, I think.
Okay. Just using the Mali ideas. So he's got the policy. So he's got the gov reform, and he's got the policy now just to keep colonizing. And it looks like he is going for Argentina as well.
I mean, it's so much potential there in colonies.
Yeah, although we might have to say, like, there's some Brazil stuff in the Argentina area.
No.
Is it?
It's still, like, trade nodes are not colonial regions.
Okay, I was checking. Okay. I wasn't sure.
So, yeah.
I thought it was.
Yeah, I think it made great sense just to jumpstart the colonies with 5 provinces and then feed them so they could colonize the rest for themselves.
Yeah, this is some pretty damn good income here for
that's money exists, yeah.
Got nothing promoted right now. Not really sure why. I did get his 5. What is this, advisors? Oh my god. And with this air, holy shit. Yeah,
Alright, nationalities minus 15 is in the first, yeah. That air, juicy. But what I find more surprising, how did he manage to clog up the Ivory Coast this well? I mean, I think it's mostly because Portugal is not trying, but that's a very well controlled Ivory Coast.
Yeah, it is.
86%? I would...
yeah, England's dead, so England doesn't have anything here.
I think Portugal is not using the trade company building for trade steering and the lightship fleet. Yeah.
By the way, actually, let us finish the stream first. I just wanted to show you something before I leave.
So, Sokoto actually is grabbing a bit more of Congo than I thought he would be able to do. So, like, he's done a really good job building out this country from what I remember it being.
Yeah, I think at this point he gets all the Congo trade node, and Ethiopia gets the Great Lake stuff, and so that means Sokoto either backsteps Ethiopia or goes to war with Italy, right?
Yeah, that or he moves into the New World and kills Inca for more colonies.
I mean, that would be a nice return on that.
Yeah, he doesn't have the maps for it though, so you need to pay someone for maps. Like maybe Aztec. Yeah, Aztec could be interested in.
And then later on kill Aztecs. Yeah, yes you do.
What's his army quality? Like Sokoto's got some pretty good stuff. Yeah. He definitely could fight Italy. Like, he's not.
He has an eco to field an army, and I think right now West African pips are still stronger than Western pips.
Yeah, I think he's roughly on par with Italy if he wants to go north.
Yeah.
I think he can do what he likes.
I think it's better for an African nation to do it sooner rather than later, because later on Western pips really kick off, and then the African peps fall off and you have just worse infantry.
Yeah, he doesn't have a border with Italy yet, so he needs another war. Or actually, well, he can get a claim, but then he has to walk through Morocco.
Yeah, but that also means he has to like core across the CETA. That means he can only core one province at a time. So,
Yeah. So, I mean, Ethiopia. Okay, well, let's look at Ethiopia and see what's the easiest option. So, Ethiopia money should be good too. Yeah, 150. Why are we capped on admin? Don't know.
There's really stuff to core. Like what? What's going on?
Maybe just AFK a little bit. Oh yeah, like a lot of.
No.
I don't know. A lot of stuff to do. We got policies to put on. Was this AI for a bit? No, AI would accord.
Yeah. He upgraded his monument, which is good.
Yeah, and where is it? Lasta, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. He's got his discipline and 5% goods. I don't think level 3 he needs to do for a while.
I mean, the missionary strength just helps pacifying his lands. Yeah, he has done less to deal with rebels.
Going for offensive. What's with everyone in liking offensive?
It
gives good leaders. It gives good leaders. I think this time we have a better balance of military radio groups than we had last time.
Yeah, I would have liked. I think quality may have been better, but I don't think it particularly matters either way.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know what to say. He's got his just one colony going, I think. So you can probably get more, and also if like Portugal hasn't grabbed this land, start colonizing this stuff, man. Hurry up. Like
so you can also get declared by Ethiopia.
I mean, for these two provinces, you can't really. Well, also a little bit on Madagascar, but that's not enough war score to demand anything. Especially
and I expect Portugal to have to naval dominance and just blockade Ethiopia. So
can we get the colonists through our policy? No, once we finish the ideas, get your other colonists, put all that money, like make 4 colonies at a time, and just like this is all good livestock land, sometimes gold. So I'd take that ASAP. Depending on if you trust Sokoto or you want to maintain your friendship with him, you can snag the last bit of Congo or not. But I think as Ethiopia, you want to keep Sokoto on side, get him to go north. We can either try and snag a bit of Mamluk's land or just finish up this Horn of Africa. Rasids is our subject. That's what I thought.
No.
Not getting integrated just yet.
Yeah, I mean he's on GovCap. It's not necessary, but yeah.
It's easy to go up, and you can always assign privileges and stuff. I mean, it's looking good. Perfectly strong. Like this is, I guess, kind of the Africa stuff. You get your one person gets West Africa, one person gets the East, and then you kind of sit around for a while to build up and dev because it's so much.
And then fight each other for the whole Africa.
Yeah, I think.
There are mods who also have formable nations if you have a very big chunk of Africa, like Toto.
Yeah,
we have like Sokoto is already a modded formable, and we have a Zulu one in South Africa.
Yeah, but Ethiopia ideas are quite good in this mod, especially with that added monument. Has he fixed up his Coptic stuff? Yeah, he does have the discipline, but he doesn't have...
But if Bukhara wins the war and takes back the Yerevan Trade Center, he will lose the discipline.
Yeah.
Which would make then a strong argument to maybe consider snaking into Ottomans and take Alexandria. Because that would be the closest monument to get back to Coptic.
Agreed. But yeah, I guess it's really just Ethiopia. Who do you want to fight? Because it's either going to be... Well, you can go for Merwar too. Like, you can snake through Hormuz. You can maintain friends with Ottomans.
I mean, Merwar could make economic sense because he can steer Gujarat trade into the Horn of Africa.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, because Mawar is dying, so just, snake through Hormuz, and just, you can either wait for Mawar to bankrupt, or get in whenever you feel like it, and
But
take the
honestly,
whole
like in his position, like usually East Africa doesn't have money issues, so he doesn't necessarily need the money land from Mewa. I think more important for him would be to secure another holy site to maintain the 2.5 discipline he gets from Coptic.
Or what he can do is, if he snakes into Mawar, then he can go seek.
So expensive? No, too expensive at this point. He needs 50% of his land. He has to rebel convert first.
Probably.
No, that's too expensive, I think.
Okay.
Can prove me wrong, but I don't think that's worth it.
I probably agree, but it's an option to
No, the irrelevant nations, right?
Yeah, basically. Like, I don't know what to say. It's like,
Got
hey,
it.
look, Aztec, hey, you
exist and have money.
Yeah, you exist and you made your land. Like, what? You have a terrible king and a terrible heir. Oh yeah, still need to tech up. Jeez. Oh, it's because they don't have institutions. I don't know how.
Yeah, he just got them, so.
Oh.
And he was far behind on tech. That's kind of the
Yeah, but I thought you catch up once you do.
No, you don't fully catch up. You catch up 1/3 of what's your neighbors ahead.
Okay.
Can you show me the ideas?
Yeah, I disagree with one idea, kind of. I think explore ideas would have been better. On the one hand, to explore North or South America, and to colonize the shit later. Obviously, it's an idea group you later on drop. Yeah.
Yeah, our colonists not doing anything for some reason. I guess they don't even want to work.
Maybe he just got kicked out by rebels or something.
But yeah, he's got money. You can make like 2 or 3 colonies at once.
Can you show me the monuments?
Tenochtitlan is on level 3, I think, and the other one.
It's the other one.
And Cocomas, and you mean like on the tip of Mexico? That's still owned by Xui. Cocomas, sorry.
So that one is really good from what I remember in level 4. Can you take a look?
Yeah, level 3 is really good. It's manpower and it's. I mean, the recruitment time is also very interesting in the sense that you can react faster and remass in a pinch.
Agreed.
And the thing is, like, he is allied with the Inca, so I think what's gonna happen here, Inca will take Panama, and Aztecs will focus North Africa.
That's the one he needs to rush as Mexico.
No, he can't use that. You need to be totemist.
Right.
So, yeah.
Sadness.
That's fine. So.
And it's in California, so no.
What's this money just sitting here for? Is he built up stuff?
He needs to like the thing is like Mexico has really good trade goods, like all this cocoa and stuff, and he has to transfer, get away from gold eco and get into a sugar and cocoa eco.
Get level 5 advisors. It will be made.
I don't think he can afford level 5, but he can certainly afford level 3.
He has to love that. He has to love that money in the bank. And pay off corruption, of course. Why is he not paying it down?
Yeah, the good thing also for you is like if you can go like get vision or something, have someone sell you maps, you can just start eating up the British colonies before a European picks them up.
Yep.
So.
I mean, that's the thing. Like there is a lot of strength in colonies, so maybe even like Lübeck or France could get a great boost out of getting colony. So, it's not necessarily going to be free real estate for long.
Yeah, so that's probably a good point for having taken exploration. But let's take a look at Inca, who doesn't have that luxury. I think like he hasn't really colonized as much as I thought he would be able to. Has actually spent his money. Oh, he's got like no money compared to Aztec.
Is he reformed already?
Has he reformed his religion already? Yes, he has.
What about the gold mines? Can you show them to us?
Not
dead. Yeah, also Capital gold mine, I disagree with. Oh, he has not upgraded Potosi. That's something he should do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So focus. Can you show us the Diplo focus? I mean the the PowerPoint focus. Okay. First off, you don't have an advisor.
Oh, at least run level 1 advisor in every category. Never go 0 advisors. And kill that air.
Bye.
Get rid of it. Focus Diplo, okay? But get advisors, get level 2 or level 3 and start investing into those gold mines. You want to have them at least level 6 or level 8 Diplo.
Yeah, why is his income so...
Because he hasn't developed the gold mines, that's easy as that.
Yeah. And he has 1,000 ducats, he should start upgrading Potosi.
Lower autonomy as well.
Yeah, I think he just has really high autonomy.
Yeah, but even then, most of his gold mines are really low.
Yeah, what the fuck is with this autonomy? Yeah, as you mentioned it. Could it, like, what's his crown land? Is it below 10? Oh, his crown land is too low. He has positive ticking autonomy.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing.
You don't want to go below 10, man. 10 bad. Yeah, but... and what is it? We can get the... Fuck. This one, the centralization. Do we have... We don't have prosperity, but I don't know. When does he get that ticking up? Well, I guess he constantly having to hit the reform body, you lose your stab, so that's expensive.
Yeah, like in some states it's already like 73 in his capital, 73% prosperity, so...
Yeah, we need to
maybe it's prosperity, it helps him a bit, but... Yeah, it's
He did go explo and quantity. I'm not sure about the quantity.
It's fine. He has like huge, like lots of lands to defend. It's very spread out if you fight in that area. So having a lot of troops is beneficial. But yeah.
Yeah, I think the big thing for him is like Aztec just has so much more AI to eat up and get bigger.
I mean, in contrast, Inca has extra ideas, so he gets right religion, right culture lands on the stuff that he colonizes.
Yeah.
I think the important part is just get the control of your autonomy and get an actual nation. It's
monarch point generation is the most important part. I think I before never to stay without advisors.
Yeah, at least run level 1 advisors. That's like if you can't run level 1 advisor, may as well delete your nation.
Can you show us the policies? Can you show us the policies?
Yeah, I'm not sure why you don't have these on either.
The dev cost and I guess moral of armies.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't particularly matter. I guess. I mean, for things that he just kind of has to sit here and keep deving and colonizing for a while, and then it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's his relation with Kodos. He could just try to snack some CNs away. Not nice. Will not make you popular. I think he has to kind of worry because looking at this nation, I could also see an Aztec get very greedy.
Yeah, I think so. Like
really weak position right now.
That's a pretty good. I mean, putting everything in Panama would be pretty attractive for Aztec. You can get Rio Grande, Mexico, Panama, Lima, and Cuba or Cuiaba. Sorry for my Spanish.
Yeah, that's the Aztec I build. I mean, it's still good for Aztec to go North America, but I think Aztec is not very secure position right now. Wait, does he have just 1 fort? What? 2? What?
Boy, and considering his ideas, take a look at Sokoto, for example. What sort of ideas does he have?
Yeah. I just hope Sokoto never finds him right now because Sokoto just stomp him.
Yeah, but Sokoto can just come in with a 40k stack and run him over. Like, the army is really small.
I mean,
there are
Mill 9 versus soon to be 12. So I mean, I mean, talk with Ethiopia. That's your best bet.
I think the good thing here for Inca is that Sokoto doesn't know about Inca.
Yes. So as long as I edit this out of the podcast, he will be fine.
Yes, please do.
And no one sells him maps.
more. Oh yeah, that is the big thing that Shikoto cannot see Inca.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
can't physically get there.
yeah, that's the only thing that's saving Inca right now, and I think it's in Inca's interest to keep it that way for a while.
Yeah.
Explorer might solve the issue.
And Aztecs, yeah, Aztecs should not do anything. All right, I think that should wrap us up. We've yacked long enough, so I guess as sort of wrap up. This Russia's pretty goddamn terrifying. Ottomans should just lose this war, but they'll still be goddamn strong afterwards. Italy, it's gonna be Italy or Austria as probably like the two biggest powers in Europe, with I guess Russia doing whatever he wants.
I bet on Lubeck though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lubeck. I mean, they're not a military power yet. They have.
I think Lubeck will form something like GB or Netherlands or something, and they will form.
And then they can no longer send money away to other people. So
yeah, but once he forms Hanover with that kind of income that he has, he won't need to send money. He will send troops instead.
Yeah, that's why other nations should maybe consider killing him before that.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
not there.
It's also not me.
Because then, like Lübeck, Hanover can just put a trade fleet into Novgorod.
I will never do something like that. India is like.
That's what you're saying now.
Yeah, India is completely, utterly unstable, and the fires of Asia have recently been put out. So, I guess thanks everyone for watching. I will hit the stop record button.
Okay, next. Who